Well, actually, I'm going to sell my house.
It's the best time of year to buy is right now. That's hilarious.
Well, this is my 17th house.
17?
Hi, I'm Connie Dornan with That Properties, and today I'm off to Hinsdale to have a cup of coffee with my good pal Bryan Bomba of That Properties. Many of you may wonder, what do brokers talk about when they get together? Well, today you're going to get a glimpse. Welcome to two brokers getting coffee and looking at homes.
Bryan Bomba.
Hey, Bryan, it's Connie Dornan.
Connie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Excellent. Thank
Excellent. Are you ready to have a cup of coffee with me?
You know what? I never say no to a free cup of coffee, especially a good one.
That's why I adore you. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. I'm coming to get you.
All right, perfect. I'll
All
be out.
right. Fabulous. Bye.
Connie.
Hey, how's it going? It's been ages.
Oh, great to see
it's so
you.
good to see you.
You know what? This is our first time embracing since I've been an App Properties agent.
Oh, really?
Does it feel any different?
A little bit special.
I knew it
A
would.
little bit more. All right, come on in.
let's
Let's
go
go
grab
get
some
some coffee, okay? Because I haven't had my coffee yet. And you know, I get a little anxious without it. So, you know what? I've not been out to Hinsdale in ages. And I got here a few minutes early and I was driving around. And let me tell you what I saw. You know, there's a Whole Foods down there, and just down the street from the Whole Foods, there's this house. And he's got all these logs on his front porch. And it's like stacks of them. And I was this close. If I didn't have to come and meet you, to come and grab you for a coffee, I would have stopped over to that guy, knocked on his door and said, hey, dude, you're gonna get wood-boring insects.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have all these logs right there on your lawn, you know, on your front porch.
No, it's definitely not a Hinsdale-like experience to see things like that. I tell people the easiest way to get kicked out of town is touch one of the trees on the parkway. You know, you just don't mess with the trees, and make sure you cut your lawn once a week as well.
Right.
You know, if you don't do that, you're out. It's really that simple.
Look how pretty downtown Hinsdale is, the metro station. Look at this. I'm just going to drive around here. Look, this is so sweet.
Yeah, and what's really unique is a town this small. We only have about 18,000 people who live here. There are 3 train stations.
Really?
Which is unique.
You live in a great town.
It is a great town.
So what are you going to downsize into?
Well, this is my 17th house.
17?
I've done
Oh my gosh.
9 renovations. I'm going to get the door
Holy
for
cow.
you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thanks for the coffee, Connie. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Great to see you. So this is what I don't get. You've got to help me out here. And I love your opinion on this. Why aren't people buying right now? Interest rates are obnoxiously low. There's some really great deals out there, awesome inventory. I don't get it.
You know what? I think I read earlier last week that interest rates are nearly 1.5% lower than last year at this time. This is the time of the year where I normally buy. I generally of the 17
It's the best time of year to buy
17
is
houses
right
I
now.
bought the fourth quarter of the year.
Get out.
Fewer buyers competing against you.
Wow.
Generally, the sellers who have their houses on the market are very, very serious about selling their house, and they're just good opportunities.
Well, of course. I mean, like this time of year, if you're going to be selling your house, it's only because you're serious. You're not testing the market. I mean, and come on. Okay, so you're what, number 1 in DuPage, number 2. I mean, you're up there. I think you're like top 5 in the state of Illinois. I mean, you're a big guy, Bryan Bomba. So if you're buying a house in the fourth quarter, all 17 of your houses, you know that this is the best time of year to buy a house, especially with the interest rates so low. You know, and people complain about the property taxes, but I've got a different take on that, on property taxes.
What's your take?
I'll tell you, you know what? I'm okay with paying the higher property tax because I know my kids are getting great education, like where I live in Glenview. So I don't have earthquakes, I don't have mudslides, I don't have hurricanes, tornadoes don't come in my town so far. You know, so there's like I think there's like a good thing here in Illinois. We're kind of safe from all sorts of weather-related things, with the exception of having the occasional polar vortex. But there's so many positives. We've got great restaurants. We have great university systems. You know, so okay, it's a give or take.
You know, it's kind of funny because, you know, Chicago, to me, Chicago is nothing more than it's a clean New York.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a case where you talk to these folks about downsizing.
Yeah.
And I think to a large extent, too many of these people are focused only on climate.
Right.
Okay, here's what happens.
Yeah.
You focus too much on climate, you go down there and it's 72 degrees, and 6 weeks later you're bored.
Yeah, precisely.
You know?
I like the change of the weather.
The change of the weather is good, so I think it needs to be a combination. In my world,
Yeah.
it needs to be a combination of Chicago plus something else. And a minute ago, you talked about taxes. I know you're in Glenview.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm here in DuPage County.
Hinsdale's fantastic, by the way.
Hinsdale's fantastic, but right now in DuPage County, we're having the quadrennial reassessment. So every 4 years,
Right.
the assessor takes a look at what's going
Right.
on, and generally that means a big bump in assessed valuation. So right now, through December 16th, is the one time a year people can appeal their assessed valuations. And as they look at houses to buy,
Right.
in many cases, the sellers haven't been paying attention to what the assessed valuations have been doing, so they're artificially overstated. So when they see a tax amount, don't just think that that's a correct amount. It could be based on a valuation that's incorrect.
Yeah. You know, so many clients back during the downturn with the mortgage crisis, they were still waiting for prices to fall down, thinking they were going to fall down, and they didn't. They bottomed out. Agents and brokers were saying, hey, listen, it's a good time to buy. People were still waiting for things to bottom up. Guess what? It changed. Prices started going up. They missed out on opportunities. The same thing is going to happen now, where the market will change.
Yeah, absolutely. Like people ask me, well, have prices fallen as far as they're going to fall? And I say the same thing every time. There's only one way to know for sure if prices have fallen to the bottom.
Right.
That's when they're on the way up, and then it's too late.
And it's, of course. I'd love to go see one of your houses.
You know what?
I want to see what Hinsdale
I have
has
an
to offer.
amazing one for you.
You do?
An amazing house for you to see.
All right, let's go see it.
Perfect. Let's do
All
it.
right, okay.
So we're going to go ahead and turn right
Okay.
at the
Holy
next
cow,
intersection.
this is a gorgeous neighborhood.
Yeah, the lots are largest here on average, and the average price
What
point
is
is
it?
highest.
So what is the average lot size around here?
Just under half an acre. Turn right, please.
All right, just under half an acre. And what's the average price point for a new construction home?
New construction starts at about 3.5.
All right.
And there's my sign on the right-hand side. So we're going
Okay,
to
got it.
pull in the driveway.
How old is this house?
Built in 2008.
Get out, but it doesn't look like it's 2008. It looks like it's,
You don't
out
know.
of Winchester, England.
Yeah, you just don't know. No one knows
you
how
know,
old this is.
like Jane Austen era. And I mean, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, and everyone wants to talk about timeless in real estate, but
Yeah.
this really is timeless.
It is. Holy camolie, look at those doors.
Yeah. The gentleman who built this house,
And a
Tim Thompson,
fireplace right here.
I think there's 7 fireplaces.
There's
I lo-
7
I lost
fireplaces?
count after 5 or 6.
Oh my goodness
There's
gracious.
one on the front of the garage.
Get out.
You can do that in Hinsdale.
I love that. Wait, is this the guest coat closet?
It is. The armoire is the guest closet because the regular closet would just be too ordinary.
Wow. Look at this light fixture. I've never seen something like this before.
About 90% of the light fixtures on the first floor of this house were handmade by Tim Thompson, and they're nickel.
Handmade.
Handmade. Those are one of a kind.
Wow.
Track.
I have never seen a nickel wall.
And on the other side of this is the butler's pantry.
How incredible. So you come home from work, honey, I'm home, where's my glass of wine?
Or
And, you know,
I'm not talking to you.
That's a good idea. Oh no.
La Cornue.
This is one of my favorites.
La Cornue, you can't beat it.
Oh my God, this is one of my favorites. This is just beautiful. Imagine cooking Thanksgiving here. Oh, I would love to host a Thanksgiving party in this house.
Yeah, what's really genius about this house is the asymmetry. You know, it's easy to balance things out. Anybody can
Yeah.
do that. I can do that.
Right.
But the design of this house is imbalanced but balanced at the same
Right.
time.
No,
You've got complete privacy,
Yeah.
okay, and this is a big house. I mean,
Right.
all in, we've got over 9,000 square feet, but it's so approachable.
Holy cow.
It's, you know, it's warm, it's
But
cozy.
you know, but let me ask you something. It's 9,000 square feet. You know, I like having a attached garage, especially with our winters, especially after I broke my arm last winter. So, I mean, how do people feel about, like, they still have to schlep outside to get to the garage?
Well, this has a 3-car detached garage, but it's connected to the primary house through a tunnel. It's the only
Tunnel?
It's the
What,
only
next thing you're
tunnel
going to
in
tell me is,
Hinsdale.
like, Al Capone is down there, too?
Well, maybe a Game of Thrones set. I mean, that's a
Get out.
No Al Capone. There's
Oh,
a tunnel.
I got to see the
All right,
tunnel.
we're gonna go down and take a look at the tunnel.
Okay, we got to see the tunnel. And that's what I love about real estate. That's what I love about our jobs. Like when we see something completely unique like this out of the box, especially stuff that's handmade.
Yeah, it gives a new definition to the phrase "every day is a new adventure."
Precisely. Let's go see that tunnel.
So as of right here,
Yeah.
we're outside.
Really? So this is right. Okay.
So we're gonna go step down.
And you know, I don't feel cold though, so this is all.
It's all 72 degrees, just like the rest of the lower level.
Wow.
Game of Thrones experience, as it
Yeah.
promised.
Look at the thickness of that door. Oh, and it's got a sump pump,
2 sump pumps.
2 sump pumps. It's completely dry.
And now
And
you're
then
in
you
the
go
garage.
into the garage, and the garage is heated.
Absolutely, all 3 cars.
And now we're in the 3-car garage. Never had to go outside.
And the next question is the car included?
This is a nice
It
car.
can be. It can be.
Really? You know I love Mercedes.
I noticed that.
Yeah, it's my favorite car. I love having coffee with you. We should do this more often.
You know what? What are you doing next week?
Hey, you come out to Glenview next week. How's that?
It only took you 25 minutes to get here, so I think I can do that pretty easily.
Well, Brian, great to see you, babe.
It was my pleasure.
Thanks so much for spending some time with me.
Hope you have a great day.
Okay, I'm expecting you in Glenview next time.
It won't be
I've got
next week,
some-
but it'll be next time.
All right, I've got some houses to show you there.
Perfect.
All right, take care. Good to see you, babe.
Have a great
Bye.
day.
Mm.